The story The Boy Who Couldn't Speak English is about a rural teacher's journey from silence to the civil services. Mrs. Nirmala Das is a widowed English teacher in her 50s, soft-spoken, with a steel core. She wears an old watch and a sandalwood-scented shawl. And Ravi Majhi, a tribal boy from the village. His father is a marginal farmer. Ravi stammers when he speaks, avoids eye contact, and always sits in the last row. Mrs. Das notices Ravi not because he speaks, but because he never does. He fails his English exam. His classmates laugh when he says water instead of water. But Mrs. Das doesn't laugh. She kneels beside him and says, "You don't have to be fluent to be heard. You just have to believe your voice matters." That evening, she slips a torn paperback copy of Wings of Fire into his bag. Inside it, a note: read one line every night. Underline the word that scares you. We'll face it together. Every day after school, under the banyan tree, she helps Ravi read aloud. He stammers. He cries. He wants to give up. She doesn't correct him. She just says, when a seed breaks the soil, it doesn't apologize. It just grows. She teaches him poems where the mind is without fear. She makes him read it until the fear becomes rhythm. She paints a wall outside the school and calls it Ravi's Words. Every week, he adds one English word with its meaning in or here. Dream, struggle, justice, serve. Other students start adding to it. The wall becomes a forest of words. Years pass. Ravi fails twice in 12th standard. People mock Mrs. Das. You wasted all that time on a boy who can't even clear board exams? She smiles and says, he hasn't failed. He's still becoming. Eventually, Ravi clears his degree. Joins a public library as a clerk. Studies at night. Applies for UPSC. At the UPSC interview in Delhi, the board asks, "Why do you want to join the civil services?" Ravi replies, "Because someone once taught me the meaning of the word serve not from a dictionary, but from how she lived." When the final results come in, Ravi's name is there, AIR 82 Indian Administrative Service. He returns to his village not with a garland, but with a book. He walks into Mrs. Das's small, tiled home and places a gift-wrapped package on her table. Inside, a leather-bound copy of the Constitution, with a note, "You didn't just teach me English. You taught me to write my destiny." She says nothing. Just touches his head and whispers, spoken like a true officer. The moral of the story: it's not fluency that makes a leader. It's finding your voice and using it to lift others. A good teacher doesn't just correct grammar. She edits lives.